Hi, this is an instructional video to teach users how to download ebooks through the Kentucky Library's Unbound program, which is who we here at the Logan County Library partner with. You will see a lot of different options on here, but the first thing we're going to need to do as far as downloading ebooks, and in this one we're going to focus on non-Kindle ebook readers, which will basically be Nooks, but there will be some others. The first thing we'll do is, if you need to check and see if your ebook device will work with this, your e-reader, it shows you a list here, if you'll see on the left hand side in this brown bar, supported ebook devices. So you're going to click there and we can check here. Of course, you can just read the ebooks and some other stuff on your Windows or Mac computer if you want to do that. So you have that option. You can also download the app for your mobile device, your Android, BlackBerry, iPhone, iPad, Windows Phone, etc. And then there it goes into the list of the actual ebook readers. Here you'll see a lot of those options. There's a whole lot here. And it will tell you what that is available for. Obviously the Kindles will work with the Kindle books. Most of them won't work with anything else. You see the Barnes & Noble's Nook Color here. That is available in most of the formats that are offered through the website. The ones that are grayed out, for instance the Kindle book here and some of the audio and video files, will not work on that device. But any of the other ebook formats, the EPUB and PDF formats, will work, and some of them also are available in MP3, so you will notice that on there also. But there's quite a list here. You can look through those and see if a reader you have or have been considering getting is on there, to see if it is compatible for use with this program. So go ahead and close that out. And again, that was found here in this brown bar. At the end of the brown bar is the first thing you're going to want to do after that, and it's actually a piece of software you need to go ahead and download to get on your machine. There are two pieces you'll see here. The first one is Overdrive Media Console, which you're going to use with audiobooks, any kind of audio or visual that you want to utilize through this site. The Adobe Digital Editions is the second, and that is strictly for ebooks, non-Kindle ebook users. So if that's you, that's where you're going to want to click. It's going to have another link here, download Adobe Digital Editions, and you will click on that, and it will redirect you to Adobe's site where you can then download that. This is a different piece of software than most people think of when they think of Adobe. They think of the Adobe Reader, which helps them open PDF documents and view and save those files and transfer those files. This is actually a totally different program. It's just dedicated to ebooks, as you'll see here in their little cover photo here and the caption that goes along with that. So there's a link where you can hit download now, and it will install like any other piece of software in your computer. You pick Macintosh or Windows, and it will show you, it'll walk you through the steps from there. All you're going to do is run that installer on your machine, and it's going to put an icon on your desktop where you can open up that program. That's actually where Kentucky Library's Unbound is going to, when you hit download, is actually going to know to send the materials to that program. And from there you can either read and view and organize the ebook files in there, or you can transfer them over to your device. You will have to register with Adobe, so you need an email address and you have to create a password, provide your name and some other basic information. And there's some options you can opt out of, like being on their email list and stuff like that. So if you want to avoid getting the extra mail in your inbox, you can do that. So we'll go ahead and close Adobe. But anyway, that's where you go to get that software for whichever operating system you run. And we will go back to the Digital Media Home just to start from there, because that's where you're going to normally come up to. And again, you can access this site through the loganlibrary.org, our webpage, excuse me, or doing a quick Google search. You can find that. It's almost Banned Books Week, so they have a Banned Books selection here at the top. There's always available ebooks. These are books that are mainly in the public domain or are available. They have the rights to distribute those as they wish. So those are ones that there's no certain checkout time on, that you have the book's going to expire in a certain amount of time, or you might have to wait in line for other books. These are something that's available all the time. A lot of them are classics and stuff like that, so Those are pretty nice. You'll see audiobooks, so if you have a device that can play audiobooks, you can do that. And there are there's genres on the side. There's fiction, and you can get into historical fiction, juvenile fiction, literature more. You also have nonfiction, so you have all those options there. You can also go down to collections on this brown bar, and there's always the always available ebooks collection is there anytime you want it. If you want to see recent ebook editions, maybe you looked a while back and you want to see what's new on there, you can do that. Or you can just do view all ebooks. That's what we're going to go ahead and click on now and let it pull up a list here. Okay, and we'll see they have a little more than 12,000 ebooks on there, which is great, and those come in a variety of formats. You'll see some are EPUB and PDF, some are Kindle book and EPUB, so it just depends on the rights when they purchase that title, what formats it's available in. And I usually tell people, if they're doing non-Kindle ebooks, I tell them to, if you have the option of EPUB or PDF, choose the EPUB, because if you're going to change the text size or anything like that, it has what's called reflowable text, so it will reset itself to your page size. A PDF, it would be kind of it would just enlarge the image, and if it runs off the side of your e-reader, you kind of have to move the page back and forth sometimes. It's a little more awkward, so it's easier just to get the EPUB if it's available. Almost all the books on there now are, because they're not getting the PDF ebooks anymore. You can get those straight through EPUB almost always now, so if you have the option, go for the EPUB. You'll notice here some of the books are maybe checked out, so we see library copies 1, available copies 0, and 1 patron is on the waiting list. If you wanted to add it to yourself to the waiting list for this particular title, it's something you're interested in, you could place an e-hold here. So what you're going to do is just click on that, and it's going to ask for your email address and ask you to confirm your email address. You put that in, and as soon as the title is available for you, they'll send you an email. From the time the email is sent, you have 48 hours to log into your account and download that book. And what we can do, it's great if you're just wanting to look for something in particular and you don't mind waiting for it. If you're wanting something you can get right now, you can always click right here where it says only show titles with copies available. You could also put in some kind of search if you wanted to do that, and it would search all the ebooks. So we're going to hit submit, and it's going to knock it down some. So remember, we had about 12,000, and now we're down to 6,000. So right around half the collection is checked out. You also notice there's some of the books that have this yellow and orange, looks kind of like a sun here on the side. What that is, it's the Advantage program. It's a buy-in program, and those are books that are not eligible through our library. It's something that where a library's bought a special collection and special copies just for their patrons. So you will not have access to them through us. If you have a membership with another library, you can log in with their card and see if you are have availability through them to do that. What we'll do, we're going to go ahead, just so we don't take up a book checkout and keep somebody else from getting it. I'm going to go to the always available ebooks and show you how we will check one of those out. Okay, so here's a collection of Mark Twain stories. You'll see it says always available here. So there's never a wait on that, and there's no return period. And it will give the option to add that to our e-cart. So we'll go ahead and click there, and then we'll hit proceed to checkout. We could do continue browsing and keep looking. If you do decide to do that, just keep in mind that you only have 30 minutes, as it tells you here in this little blurb up here, that you have 30 minutes to check out that title. If you don't do that in that amount of time, it's going to go back into the collection. So just be aware of that if you're going to do some more browsing. We'll go ahead and hit proceed to checkout, and it's going to ask us which library we are part of. And there are a lot of libraries across the state that are now taking advantage of this program. So we're going to look for Logan County Public Library, and then it's going to ask us for our barcode number. So you want to have your library card ready and put in your barcode. and then log in. Okay, and here it's going to give me the option. If I want to, I can change the checkout period. I can do 7, 14, or 21. 14 is the default, and that's fine. We'll just leave it like that. But you do have that option there. If you decide this isn't a title I wanted, or I clicked on the wrong thing, how do I get rid of it? You can just hit remove here, and it'll take it out of your cart, and you can forget about it. It reminds you down here in the notes, the maximum checkouts allowed on your card at a time here is 10, and this does not affect in any way what you have checked out here physically at the library. The current number of titles I have checked out is 2, and checkouts remaining after this checkout will be 7. So I'm going to hit confirm checkout. Okay, and it shows now that the title is checked out on September 28th, expires on October 12th, which is 2 weeks. And normally it wouldn't have this. I don't have the software downloaded on this machine since it's my work computer to actually transfer the file. But all you do is then click on download. It's going to pop up and say, do you want to save this file? You hit yes or okay, whatever it prompts you to, and then it's going to automatically find that program, the Adobe Digital Editions that you've already downloaded. It's going to place that there, and you can then read the book on there or check out. Okay, and one more question is, sometimes people ask if you can renew an item like you can here at the library if you check out a book. You cannot renew items on this program. It is set, like here, this October 12th, that is a set date. It's going to expire at that time of day, and it's going to expire, and I'm not going to have access to it anymore. I can go in if it's available, which this one of course will always be, and re-download that title, recheck it out, and download it again. But you cannot do renewals the way the system is set up. And that is the basics that you will need to know. I can also show you real quick this advanced search feature if you're interested in that. And it just gives you a little more options than this generic search. So you can put in a title of a book. The creator would be the author or artist that worked on the book. Keywords that you think you might find there. You're probably not going to know an ISBN, but if you had that, you could certainly use that. A format, so you could choose one of these. EPUB, ebook, of course, is what I would suggest. And then it's got all kind of other options: languages, publishers, subjects, awards. You could do a date added to site. If you want to see something extremely recent to see if it got added, you could go all the way back to a year ago. And you can change also your results per page. You can do 5, 10, or 25. 10 is the default, so that's what we'll leave it at. I'll just do a real quick search. Say we just want to see what kind of westerns are available. So we'll click down here, do westerns. I only want to see which copies are in right now. And then I'll hit search. Okay, and it's going to pull up a number, the 59 of those that are available. And we could do that same process going through there again. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to contact us here at the library. My email is king, K-I-N-G, at loganlibrary.org. You can also, there's a help section up here if you need to try to figure something out right away and maybe we're not open at the time, or you'd just like to try to figure it out yourself. They have this overdrive help, which is really nice. You're welcome to use that, or contact anyone here at the library, and we will try to direct you to the help and assistance you need to get you checking out ebooks. Anything else we can do to help you, please feel free to let us know, and I hope that you find this site useful and enjoyable. Thank you.